You know, one of the hardest things in life is when God calls us to let go of someone or some people in our life who we truly love, who we truly never could see ourselves being without. We've built relationships with people that we feel are very meaningful and have such a depth that we never could imagine being without them. We never could imagine not being able to hear their voice, not being able to talk to them on the telephone. This is a difficult time that comes in, especially the believer's life. And that's who I'm talking to right now, is the believer, who God is calling you to a higher calling. He has a call on your life that requires separation right now. It requires isolation right now. I want to remind you all of Abraham, who God called him away from his kindred, away from his family, because they were serving idol gods. And he knew Abraham's heart. He knew how much Abraham loved him, how much Abraham honored him. And he knew that he intended to bless Abraham above anything that Abraham could ever measure, above anything that Abraham could have ever even imagined for himself. And I want to encourage you right there. The call that God has on your life is more than you could even imagine for yourself. And right now you are content in the place where you are, but your contentment has nothing to do with God's predestined call for your life, your predestined blessings that he intends to bless you with. But it has everything to do with where he sees you in the future. And so with this, I want to just kind of help you as you navigate through this time where you know God has called you to separate yourself. It is not going to be easy. It is something that some people can do instantaneously, and some people, they have to do it gradually. And that is okay if that is you, that you have to make a gradual separation. So I don't want you to put so much pressure on yourself to feel that because God has given you specific instructions, I don't want you to feel like you have to do it alone or that you have to do it in your own strength. This is something that now that you have received these instructions, now that the convictions have entered into your heart and you know that this is something that must be done, it is now time for you to start spending quality time to yourself with just you and God. And that's where you can start. You don't have to call that person or those people and just tell them straight off, hey, God's calling me to separate myself from you. He no longer wants me to be a part of your life. He no longer wants you a part of my life. No, it's something that you can just let them know. I'm in a time in my life where I feel God has a great call on my life and he wants me to do something specific, and I need to spend some time alone with just me and God so that I can hear him clearly as he is speaking. And so, one day turns into 2 days, 2 days turns into 2 weeks. You might check in with them and let them know I'm still in this place where God has me quiet before him. So I love you. And I'm praying for you, and I hope that you are praying for me. And as we know, time does heal all pain. It really does. But we don't know how long that time span is in your life. So no one can tell you how long, this should take you. Okay. But I want you to know that I am a person who God called me to separate from many people that I really loved. And some of those people were people that I was in an ungodly relationship with. And we did build a really a relationship that had a lot of depth to it. So it was a painful separation, and I thought I would never get over it. But with God, all things are possible. And I am here to tell you that even though people used to say that to me, that time heals all pain, or time, will heal this separation. And I thought that they were insane. I thought that they just didn't understand how deep our love went for one another. But I can now say that truly it does. And truly God is able, that if he brings you to it, he will also bring you through it. So I hope that this encourages you to just know that truly, yes, God has called you to this separation and it must go forward. But I do not want you again to think that you have to do it out of your own strength or out of your own power, or even try to figure it out on your own how you are going to do it. But you just spend time with God, and his Holy Spirit will enable you to do the most difficult thing in your life. But I promise you that when you do it, you will experience the greatest gifts in life. You will experience spiritual growth. You will experience spiritual wisdom. And you will also experience the abundant blessings of God. Not everything will be easy, because when you start walking in the call that God has on your life, it gets difficult. You go through some moments of depression. You go through some moments of regrets. You feel like you're missing out on something, or you feel like things are not working out the way that you intended to see them work out. But this is a processing season. And so I encourage you that however long your process takes, go through the process, but go through it prayerfully. Go through it leaning on God for strength at all times, and do not give up. God bless you.